Very useful. Plenty of room for some extra horses.
His name's King, and he's 6 years old.
Not a bad animal.
What are you up to?
How many rooms?
6. Mr. Stryker, what are you up to?
Jacob, please.
What is your interest in my home?
Acreage. What is it?
3,000. I think I should tell you, Mr. Stryker, it's not on the market.
Jacob. Well, it'll do for now, I suppose.
Would you please explain what you're up to?
Bedroom's through there? Eh? Let's see, 6 rooms, huh? 1, 2, did you count the scullery?
7, including the scullery.
So there are 4 bedrooms, am I correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Master bedroom, 2 guests, and a nursery.
Mrs. Stryker, I don't know what's on your mind, but my home is not for sale.
I know that.
So it's a waste of time attempting to make an offer.
Mrs. Johnson, I'm not offering money, but a merger. Your land and mine. I want you to become my wife.
Marry again. But I hardly know you.
So? Most people are married to strangers. If not at first, eventually.
I married for love.
Well, then this time consider property. Unlike love, it grows with age.
I don't think I've ever had such a romantic proposal, Mr. Stryker.
Ah. I don't believe in love in a cottage, unless you're married to the landlord. No, property is what endures. Land.
And you want mine? Even if it means marriage to get it?
I want your land. And you.
You consider I'm an asset?
Oh, very much. You see, I want children. Someone to take over when I go. I want a son to bear the name Stryker, and I intend to have one, however long it takes.
You need a brood mare, not a bride.
And what do you need? You must be lonely at times.
Can't say that I am.
You, live here alone?
People drop by.
There's one. Maybe we should move closer.
Scare them off.
Doing that already.
Hey, did you want to go under that rock?
It did. Well, our average is getting better.
Maybe we can improve it.
We'd have a good life together. Everything you want.
Except your absence.
Separate rooms, if you wish. I shan't bother you too much, though I expect the wifely duties to be fulfilled, you understand?
Of course.
We'll be well off. Enough land between us to run all the sheep we need. That's where the future of this country lies, in stock and land. Not grubbing for gold like these fools are now.
Some have done well.
Some. Others have traveled 12,000 miles to dig their own graves. And look what gold's doing for the country. Everywhere you look, foreigners, Irish layabouts, you can hardly get a man to work for you. They're all off trying their luck. Luck! Only one way to make money, and that's to earn it. Hard work, that's the answer.
Your rich parents.
This country is cursed with three things. Gold, flies, and the Irish. The gold will peter out, but soon there'll be more Irish than flies.
You don't approve of the Irish?
No, like the natives, only good for one thing, target practice.
It's not very Christian, Mr. Stryker.
If God hadn't wanted us to shoot Abos, he wouldn't have given us guns. Look, here's my proposition. I'll build you the finest house in the colony. You'll be mistress of 20,000 acres. And all I want from you is a son. Now, what do you say?
My answer is no.
Oh, there's no need to make a hasty decision. Consider the facts.
I have.
This has come as a surprise to you.
Well, it's not every day a man proposes marriage and motherhood in the same sentence. Happily, they come in the correct order. But I must still decline.
Women. You want romancing, that it? I mean, the courtship, the flowers, the boxes of bonbons? Well, you shall have them.
No, it will make no difference.
No, I shall devote myself to you entirely for 1 week. There are a few men I can rely on to get the work done. You shall be courted properly.
No.
Now, from a lady. No means possibly, and possibly means yes.
No means no, Mr. Stryker.
I'm sure the answer, deep down, is yes, but give me a little time.
It's no, and give me a little patience.
Our courtship will begin tomorrow, an early morning ride. After 7 days, you can give me your decision.
You have it.
Till tomorrow.
You sure it won't leak?
I'm sure.
It's leaked.
They're made to keep out the damp.
The damp.
Why, mist, that's all. Refraction.
What?
The light, you know, it bends on the water.
You mean that thing ain't where it seems to be?
You try. Bit to the left.
Still reckon the dam's got in.
Something has.
Drop him. Now, guys, over there. Careful if you want to live. this, Mr. Stryker.
What have you got to say for yourselves?
This creek belongs to Mrs. Johnson.
Does it now?
They took the fish from your side, Mr. Stryker.
Then I'll need to be recompensed, won't I? We'll impound those. You're lucky not to be flogged. Next time you will be. Now get off my property.
I don't mean to state the obvious, but haven't you forgotten something?
Yeah, nobody does this and gets away with it.
Right.
Stryker and you?
That's his idea. What's wrong with wanting to marry me?
Well, nothing, but...
Am I so unattractive?
No, it's not that.
You think I'm unattractive?
Did I say that? Did I say she was unattractive?
Something else the matter with me?
We didn't say you were unattractive.
Right. I'm surprised, that's all.
Surprised a man might want me.
Of course not.
Surprised a man might see me as the mother of his children.
It's just that it should be the same man we had the run-in with, that's all. Well?
Oh, what?
Well, what did you say to him?
What do you think I said to him?
I know what I hope you said to him.
Real ladylike, of course.
Tomorrow morning we ride together. It marks the beginning of our courtship.
Courting? You and him?
Well, that's the usual number, surely.
You're not using this thing.
Why not?
It's unseemly.
It's comfortable, too.
Any wife of mine will ride side saddle.
Any wife? How many do you intend having, Mr. Stryker?
You're quite good.
Quite. You're quite good.
Quite.
Bail up. Sam Cash and Joe Brady.
At your service.
Didn't last them, me.
You're right. We're still in the business about our horses.
Mr. Stryker don't like no miners on his land.
He don't like a lot of things.
Take him, he can't get all of us.
Oh, he can. Move! Walking's good for a man. You better move on, they'll be back.
Stryker's gonna be mad.
He's furious.
Good.
So am I.
Not so good.
Retrieving your property's fine, but humiliating him.
Didn't we, though?
Think. Your future wife gets mauled by a
Hold on. Your future what?
Wife? As in husband, then?
I'm not still on with that.
Why not?
You're not serious. She's not serious.
I'm serious.
She's serious.
It's quite simple. Mr. Stryker has made me a proposal, and I'm considering it.
Don't you enjoy your life now?
Yes?
You sound doubtful.
Do I?
You do.
That's probably because I'm doubtful.
You mean you don't enjoy your life now?
No.
You still sound doubtful.
Do I?
Oh, hell, this is getting us nowhere. What's this guy Stryker got to offer except land, wealth, position? Does he have any sisters?
Mr. Stryker is a very wealthy man, and I have my future to consider.
But you don't love him.
Not at the moment, but in the right conditions, love grows.
So do warts.
I don't have to rush into anything. I have 6 days to make up my mind.
And what's it to be?
You'll find out, all in good time.
Oh, come on, Jess, you can tell us.
I think the bridegroom should be the first to know, don't you? Good night.
My apologies, ma'am, for being so late.
Oh, it really doesn't matter.
Nasty business over at my place. Someone's run off with 200 head of sheep. We could live here until the other house is completed.
I intend to.
One or two alterations. Right-hand pocket, you'll find something.
What?
My coat, right-hand pocket.
Oh.
All the way from Paris. Open it.
For me?
For you.
Oh, what is it?
Perfume.
Russian rose. Oh, no, I couldn't.
Why not?
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, it's nothing. It's been in the cupboard for ages. Hope it still, smells all right.
It keeps.
What do you think?
Oh, it's lovely.
No, I know what it smells like. She wore it all the time.
She?
Madeline. Yes, when she broke off her engagement, I had plenty left. I'd bought it in bulk from a merchant in Sydney.
Oh, very wise if you're contemplating a string of fiancés.
Mrs. Johnson, please be seated. One or two things I have on my mind, questions I'd like to have answered.
Mr. Stryker, may I ask one first?
Certainly.
Why did, Madeline break off the engagement?
Oh, she had some funny ideas. I'd never understand her in a million years. Claimed that I was insensitive to her feelings. Me? Can you imagine that?
Oh, we women do get some funny ideas.
Insensitive to her feelings. Now, didn't I buy her clothes, hats?
Perfume?
Threw my money away, and nothing would make her even passing attractive. As I told her, it wasn't as if the money was going on a handsome woman.
We do take offense easily.
Yes, but what does a plain woman want with fineries and fripperies? Her job is to raise the children and see to her husband. And I will say this. She was good breeding stock. Her two sisters had 11 children between them. 11. Which brings me to a delicate question.
No?
A very delicate question.
Might call from an indelicate reply.
Mrs. Johnson, how long were you married before your husband died?
Is that it?
What?
The, delicate question.
I'm coming to it.
Oh, good.
Well, how long?
Oh, let me see, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years and no children?
Not that I've noticed.
No, how can I put it? No problems in that area, I trust.
That's the one, I presume. That's the delicate question.
I had to ask.
The right answer could mean wedding bells and the patter of tiny feet. Not on the same day, of course. The wrong one, and it's goodbye Jacob Stryker and a lifetime supply of Russian rose.
Mock if you will, but that is what marriage is for. The procreation of children and the merging of property. I must know.
I didn't have any children, Mr. Stryker, because I didn't want any.
You didn't want any? What about your husband?
We agreed. We were young. There was plenty of time.
So you thought. Now you're a widow, childless, alone.
Like the heroine in a penny novel. But, Mr. Stryker, there are compensations.
Maybe I should throw this one back. Came from Stryker's side of the creek.
Good. That makes 5.
Stryker says he's missing 200 head of sheep.
Oh, yes?
Know anything about it?
Us?
You.
Could it have been those? We did stumble across some strays.
You did. And, where are they now?
We stumbled him right into your stockyard.
Oh, no.
Well, we reckon you'd be sharing everything of his soon anyway. And how do you like his fish?
I'm beginning to lose my appetite.
Did he say anything about any cows?
Cows?
Maybe he didn't mention the cows.
Maybe he doesn't know.
You, stumbled across some cows.
Strays.
And where are they?
We're not saying, but your bull's wearing a big grin.
Why are you doing all this?
We don't like walking home.
All right, so you're even now, so let's forget it, eh?
Suppose it's natural for a woman to protect her fiancé.
Stryker's not my fiancé.
Won't be long, though. Soon have a ring on her finger, one through her nose.
Listen, let's get this quite clear. I have no intention of marrying Jacob Stryker.
Jilting him already.
I am not jilting him.
Throwing away a lifetime's happiness? Not to mention all that, what's it called?
Russian salad.
Russian rose. Look, I'm not getting married.
Does that mean we don't score a piece of the wedding cake?
Well, on second thoughts, maybe I should marry him. There's some very good reasons. I can think of 2 right off. When he calls tomorrow, I'll get rid of him. For good. Just one thing. How many cows did we get?
You the magistrate?
Effectively, in his absence. Lieutenant Keir.
Stryker. I'm being persecuted. I want the pair responsible hanged. Now, this is the creek that marks the boundary between my place and Mrs. Johnson's.
Ah, yes. Fine woman. Fine woman.
Indeed. Now, Cash and Brady bailed us up here,
Us?
Mrs. Johnson and I.
You and she were riding together.
Yes, it's our custom now.
I didn't know you were friendly.
Quite. Now, they shot my man Reed here. This is the area we lost the sheep and the cattle from here. Now, where next?
Well, we'll patrol this area here for the next few days.
I want action.
And you'll get it.
And I want them hanged.
Mr. Stryker, you're not alone.
Jess, we've been talking, Sam and me.
Huh?
We don't reckon Stryker's the man to take no for an answer.
You could be right.
Any idea what you'll say to him?
Not really.
There's got to be some way to get rid of him. Tell him the plague runs in your family.
One thing did occur to me. You see, he's not really interested in me personally. What he wants is any woman who's young and not too badly off.
Who doesn't?
Well, do you know anyone?
Well, there's always Mildred Mullet.
Who?
Mildred Mullet.
Who is Mildred Mullet?
Someone who might fit the bill.
She young, rich, available?
Very. The trouble is, she may not like Stryker.
How's she with Americans?
With luck, we'll never find out.
Bravo, bravo.
Any requests?
Sure. How about silence?
We were very good, weren't we?
Very.
You know something? I could be your agent. We'll starve together. First, I'll get you in the governor's ball.
Starting at the bottom, eh?
Who'll get us out?
You must be able to do something to entertain us, Joe. We could be a trio.
I can see it now. Cashing company, a smile, a song, and a six-gun.
You ever tried singing?
Me? Sing? I only bought this voice for talking. Maybe I should ask for a refund.
Oh, Joe. You have a wonderful voice. It's very distinctive.
Handy at sea in a fog.
Now, you'll never get me to sing.
Promise?
Come on, Joe. You must be able to do something to entertain us. Tell us a story. A joke.
You heard all my stories.
Well, can you guarantee that?
I can recite you a poem.
Splendid.
Where did you learn a poem?
Well, some years back when I was down on my luck, I found myself in this chuck line run by some do-gooders. Temperance, you know. There was one snag. You had to learn this poem. No poem, no food. It's called...
Come on.
It's all about the demon drink. It's called...
Go on.
It's called... the decanter. There was an old decanter whose mouth was gaping wide, and the rosy wine had ebbed away and left its crystal side. And the wind went humming, humming up and down the sides it flew, and through its reed-like hollow neck, the wildest notes it blew. Needs tuning. How's it going now? I placed it in the window where the blast was blowing free, and fancied that its pale mouth sang the queerest strains to me. Now comes the best bit. They tell me, puny conquerors, that the plague has slain his 10. This is the decanter talking. And war is 100,000s of the very best of men. But I, the decanter, right, have conquered more than all you famous conquerors so feared and famed of yore.
You're what?
Sam.
Hell, I forgot where I was now. So famed and feared of yore, right? So come to me, youth and maidens, come drink from out my cup, the beverage that dulls the brain and burns the spirit up. The sword, the cholera, such ruin is never wrought, as I in mirth and merriment have brought. And still I breathe upon them, and they shrink before my breath. But year by year my thousands tread the fearful road to death.
What a beautiful ending.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, Jacob.
Well, what now?
We get some sleep.
Might as well.
They'll have to take these off when we ride, so tomorrow we make our move.
When we mount up.
Or somewhere along the way. Have to wait our chance.
Wonder how Jessica's making out with Keel and Stryker.
Eating out of her hand.
Hope they don't bite. It's a real smart move of hers. They fell for it, hook, line, and... Sam. Wonder why she's not married.
Who?
What's her name? Mildred Mullet.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, if she's rich, young, and all.
Well, maybe she's not the marrying kind.
Maybe she's a dog.
Maybe we can get some sleep. What is it now?
How the hell do you scratch your nose?
You see, I was just calling in here to tell you that I'd informed the police when there was Cash and Brady, bold as brass, marching in here.
They like that, apparently. Bold.
I soon put a stop to their nonsense.
I can't tell you what I thought when I saw you both.
Relieved, no doubt.
Something like that. Sugar?
Oh, no, thank you. Yes, heaven knows what they might have got up to. Nothing happened, I trust.
Happened?
Well, you know.
No.
Well, yesterday he kissed you.
Ah, it's another of those delicate questions, am I right?
Well, I had to ask.
They were very proper.
What do they want here?
Oh, food, drink, you know. They just walked in and had a meal.
Oh, I should lock all your doors.
Yes, I usually do.
No, it's not right, you know, a woman being out here alone. You need company.
I have visitors. As a matter of fact, I have a friend coming shortly. You'll like her. Mildred Mullet.
Oh, so?
I've known her for years. Very good family.
Yeah, well, any friend of yours, Mrs. Johnson. Have you given any further thought to my proposal?
Yes, I have, Mr. Stryker.
Well, that's the man embedded down. What's that?
What?
A curious smell.
Russian rose. My perfume.
Oh, how delightful.
I'm glad you approve. I have lots of it. Now, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I'll bid you good night. You know where your bedrooms are. Please make yourselves at home.
Now. Amazing what they wear. A handsome woman like her doesn't need all that scent stuff.
Oh, now and again, doesn't it?
Fine woman, though. Fine woman.
Make a good wife.
Yes, she would.
She will.
Will?
I've asked her to marry me.
And?
Well, I'm not getting any younger, and I want to see my children grow up.
Did she agree?
Oh, you know, women, playing hard to get. But I've no doubt what her answer will be.
Oh, what?
What? Yes, of course.
You'll be a very lucky man.
Won't I?
Many would envy a wife like her.
Oh, she's a bit fresh. She needs breaking in properly. Once I'm in the saddle, we'll see who is master.
Sam,
Yeah?
you sleeping?
Yeah.
I can't seem to settle. Wonder what Jess is doing now.
Not much with troopers all around the place.
She'll think of something.
Hope so.
You know, I used to know a guy that made a living getting out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
The great Waldo. 4'10", but all muscle. He'd get out of these in no time.
An escapologist.
No, he is in Brooklyn. They used to chain him up, lock him in this barrel, and toss him in the harbor.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what happened?
He drowned.
Nah. In 2 whole minutes, he'd hit the surface. Get out of the chains, the barrel, the lot.
Mm.
Want to know how?
Well, why don't you tell me?
His muscles. He used to expand his muscles when they put the chains on, then he'd wiggle out later. Even used to dislocate his joints sometimes.
And how does all that help us?
It doesn't.
Give me a great deal of pleasure to see those two hang.
We have a number of interests in common, Mr. Stryker.
So the law does have a bias, huh?
I'm not the law. I merely uphold it.
More or less.
The law's interpreted as I see fit. To the layman, it may at times seem somewhat arbitrary, but...
No. One law for the rich, eh? And why not? It's people like us who are making something of this country.
Exactly.
What is your interest in Cash and Brady?
Suffice to say, they've caused me a great deal of embarrassment. I'll not be sorry to see them hang.
Champagne will flow that morning. I'll bring some friends and we'll make it a day.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it will probably be in Melbourne, in the jail.
Oh, surely some are still hanged publicly.
Some.
Oh, why not these?
Cash is clever. He'll make counter-accusations against me. With a good lawyer, they may get off with life.
Yeah, if I thought that, I'd shoot them now.
And be arrested yourself. Of course, if they tried to escape.
You think they might?
They might.
Lieutenant, I think we're beginning to understand each other.
They shouldn't be allowed to cheat the rope, should they? It's such a pretty sight dangling there. I'll send my men on ahead. We'll not want witnesses.
We can't ride like this.
You've been more than kind, Mrs. Johnson.
A real Christian man.
Remember what the Bible says. Come unto me, and I will make you fishers of men. You could have had a good life, but no. You rejected the paths of the Lord, little realizing what treasures lay beneath you.
You're wasting your words on these men.
No man is beyond redemption, Mr. Stryker.
It's a comfort to know there's hope.
Amen.
It's perfect.
Well, Mr. Cash?
You're a fool, Keogh.
Not from where I'm standing.
I don't know what story you're going to concoct, but who's going to believe it?
You died escaping.
With rope marks around our necks.
You forget all we need for identification is your heads. Always up to something, eh, Mr. Cash?
Sam? Yeah? Getting out of barrels has got to be easier.
It was a cowardly attack by the rest of the gang.
So it seems, Mr. Stryker.
Cowardly. But, I didn't come here to tell you my problems. You know why I'm here.
I can guess.
And?
My answer is still no.
You don't know what you're turning down.
I believe I do. Before you leave, Mr. Stryker, there are one or two things you may be interested to hear about yourself.
Really?
Mildred.
Jessica. What a lovely perfume. What is it?
Russian Rose.
Oh, I thought so. It's one of my favorites.
Mr. Stryker, I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine, Mildred Mullet. Miss Mildred Mullet.
Really?
10,000 acres, only daughter.
Charmed, I'm sure.